Alright guys, this is video number 5 of my 5-part series. This is a finale actually. Maybe I'll extend it if any of you guys have any other topics you want me to talk about. If you've not actually watched episode 1, 2, 3 and 4 already, they'll be linked below and you can check them out on my channel. But it's a little series I decided to make all about my health, fitness, lifestyle, experiments I've done on myself, sounds weird, and kind of answering a lot of questions I've received in the past from you guys. So today's video is all about how I managed to lose weight in coming to the Philippines. I'll put some pictures on the screen of me when I lived in England, and then I'll put some pictures on the screen of me now. So you can see there's a difference. I've definitely lost a lot of body fat and I look very different. I think my face shape's even changed quite a lot. My arms, my legs, my stomach, everything looks very different. I feel healthier now, I feel a lot better now, and it's not all about the looks for me with things like this. It's a lot about how I feel inside, my actual health levels. So I thought I'd just share with you guys today what I think is the reason behind me losing weight since coming here as a kind of final part of this series. So if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification to be notified every time I upload. And if you can give the video a thumbs up as well, that'd be awesome. And feel free to comment below your opinions on this. And if any of you guys have had similar or different experiences, then I'd love to hear from you guys down below. So I've come up with 5 reasons. I'd love to hear if you guys agree, or if you think maybe it's something else that's the reason why. If any of you guys watch the Juicy Vlog, I feel like you like to know, I like to think that you guys know me very well already, so maybe you've got a different opinion on this, but these are my 5 reasons why I think this has happened. So number 1 is probably the most obvious. It's the changing climate and therefore the amount of sweating that I do. Now I'm sorry if this is too much information, but when we go for a walk, I like to think we've acclimatized to a degree, pardon the pun, to a degree, but I still think it's very, very warm outside and anyone sweats in this heat because it is very hot. It can get to like 37, 38 degrees. We were in Bulacan a few months ago. It said feels like 42 degrees. So I think whenever we go out for a walk, we come back and our backs are wet from sweating. And I do think that sweating can make you lose weight, right? I think. So we're just kind of constantly sweating whenever we go outside. We're from England originally, and the hottest it gets, I mean, it's been like 30 degrees there before, but that's like very, very unusual. Summer is usually around 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 maybe, and then it can get like below freezing in the winter and it can snow. So it's definitely very different here. I think that has got to have something to do with it, I would imagine. Although we do spend a lot of time in air-conditioned malls or shops or restaurants or our condo, we do still spend a lot of time outside in the sun. The second thing is we do a lot of walking. So we live in BGC, and BGC is, I'd say BGC is like a walking, is it a city? Bonifacio Global City, but is it a city? Is it a city? I don't think it's technically, isn't the city to gig? So what is it, like a neighborhood? Let's call it a neighborhood. So I'd say it's like a walking neighborhood because everything's very accessible. I think the longest walk would be like from the Burgos Circle area up to the Market area, and that's like 20 minutes. So you've not really got to walk too far for anything. But it does, so it makes you less likely to take the car places unless you're like going shopping and you don't want to be carrying a load of stuff. But even before we got a car here, we were walking a lot. When we moved into this place, we were buying furniture in like SM Aura and then carrying it all the way down the high street back to our condo. So we do walk a lot. We go for walks all the time because it's just so nice to, around like sunset time or in the morning. I mean, we do sometimes go out in midday time, but it's very warm and again we sweat more. So we do a lot more walking than we were before. And I think if we lived somewhere else, even if we lived in Makati, I feel like things are more spread out there, so we do a lot more driving. But because we're in BGC, we walk literally everywhere. Number 3 is a bit of a random one. I feel like the Philippines has a lot of health shops, a lot of supplement shops. It's got real food, it's got healthy options, it's got a ton of places where you can make really healthy choices with, hello, George is waving at me from the balcony. It's got a ton of healthy options. I mean, we have a load of different ingredients that we never had in England. I'm sure you can get them in England, but we just never went to them shops before. I don't know why, but now we go to a lot of healthier shops. We have a lot of different like nutrition things and different powders we put into our shakes. Maybe I'll do a video about my diet in the future, all the supplements I take. Let me know in a comment if you're interested in that. And I just find that healthy foods are very accessible here. They can be more expensive obviously, and a lot of them are imported, but there's some really, really great options. And also a lot of the restaurants offer some delicious healthy options as well, like salads and great like big bowls of protein and some healthy carbs and some healthy fats, loads of avocado, that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a lot of options here when you're trying to be a little bit more health conscious and just generally have a more healthy diet and lifestyle. Another thing I do is drink a lot of water because it's so hot. We're always drinking water throughout the day, and I do think that that can kind of make you not as hungry all the time for like snacks. I know in the UK we snack a lot. We'd always be like looking for a chocolate bar in the cupboards and things like that. So I definitely think that having a lot more water, because it's so hot, means that in between the healthy meal options that we go for, that we're not as likely to snack unhealthily because our cravings are kind of satisfied with that. Not to say that you need to eat less or that you need to not snack and just have water instead. I do still snack, and you can snack healthily, but I do think that's helped us not kind of crave so many things. And the final one is just the access to fresh, locally grown from local farms, vegetables and fruits. I can name like 10 markets that I know of very close to here, or places that have fresh produce available. I mean, the supermarkets also get stuff from local farms as well, so you can add that into it as well. And there's a lot of vegetables that are very natural and free from any added things, like if you know the right places to go for it. Even just walking up the road, you might see like a farm stall set up and people are selling their produce. The other day there was one on the high street, there's one on Burgos Circle, we saw one by McKinley recently, and there just always seems to be these pop-ups for these amazing vegetables. So not only are they super fresh and local, they're also so appealing and appetizing to look at, so you're more likely to go and buy them to both support the farmers and the local people, but also because it's really good for you, and then you're just more likely to get more vegetables into your diet. So we do eat a lot of vegetables. We are always at the shops or somewhere buying vegetables, and then I just chuck them into any meal. So our vegetable intake has definitely increased since being here from the accessibility of it. Not that you don't get farms in England, but I don't know, it just feels different. Like going to like someone's stall that owns a farm and buying from them, it's just a nice interaction, and it feels good to be supporting these local farms. So I think that's definitely another reason, but that's kind of the end of the video. That's the reasons I've come up with. One final one that probably kick-started this is when we first went traveling, and we went to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, everywhere, and then went to the Philippines, and that whole like 6 months, we had a huge heavy backpack on our backs the whole time. From I think August to February. February is when we got suitcases for the first time, but we were being like proper backpackers. We had a big bag on our back each that was like 60 litres, and then we had another 30-litre rucksack that we'd either put on our fronts or you could strap it to the back of the big rucksack. And it was heavy. It wasn't like heavy after a while. It would hurt to put it on, and once it was on, you'd like fall backwards and you'd need to like hold yourself up. It was ridiculous. We were carrying around all our camera gear, everything to edit, clothes, toiletries, everything, and it was super, super heavy for both of us. We'd also be trying to save money so we wouldn't get taxis or any sort of public transport. We'd try and walk everywhere because we were trying to be like as on a budget as possible during them times. So I think that must have kick-started this. We weren't really exercising much because we were just going out and seeing things every day, but the walking in the hot countries with a heavy bag on your back, like weighted rucksack effectively, that's got to have done something, because it was so heavy. I can't remember how heavy, but it was really heavy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today, the end of the 5-part series. If you've missed the other episodes, then feel free to head back on the channel and check them out. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below as well. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new, give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon in another Lucy vlog. Goodbye.